This is for all the younger ladies. I am so thankful that I didn't come into my own and really start blossoming until late after high school. I mean, I did start in my 20s, but I didn't really fully embody my highest self, the way that my hair would look best as a natural ginger, or my natural curls, or what kind of jewelry to wear, what piercings to keep. I've had this one the longest, and it's the one that I've kept in my ears. Whether I liked gold jewelry, which I do now. I like classic gold jewelry. My style, I'll always be like a girly hippie. That's just how I am. But wouldn't you rather age like a fine wine rather than like, a cup of chocolate milk? Like, chocolate milk's really good when you first drink it or you first make it, but leave it out and let it set for a little while. And if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. It's a chunky mess and it's nasty. So, though you may not feel the best in your skin now, you will. You will. And one prayer that I've said my whole life, and this isn't even a Christian thing, this is just having enough common sense to know that there is a creator and a higher power, has been that I ask God to guide me to my purpose and to my best life path possible. And I have prayed the same prayer, maybe I've changed up the wording here and there, but I've prayed the same prayer since I was a teenager, before I ever really believed in God. All the times that I got my heart broken, or I was completely broke, or as a single mom, I was ashamed with the life I was providing for my son because I wasn't balling, and so many different things. When I would cry in the shower, I would just say, God, please continue to guide me to my purpose. And part of that is embodying your best self, not just physically, because part of aging well is that we reflect on the outside how we feel on the inside. So as you love yourself more, you feel more comfortable in your skin, you grow through your discomfort, you learn that a lot of your insecurities were projected onto you for literally no reason, and they had nothing to do with you. You start to show that on the outside. Once you make peace with your natural self, it starts to radiate through. And then listening to your body and what it needs. I recently have been drinking water out of a copper cup in a carafe. I keep it by my bed, and I just put filtered water from the fridge in it and let it sit. And that has cleared my skin up and made my hair like even healthier, which is crazy. I heard another lady do it, and like all her gray hair was disappearing and going back to the natural color that she had before she went gray. So I was like, what? I don't have any gray hair, but I am always looking for ways to feel better. And she said it was like reversing aging in a bunch of ways, not just her hair. And then I have for years now taken magnesium chelate. You need it for your muscles, for everything. You need it. Vitamin D3, especially in the winter. As someone with seasonal depression, you need vitamin D. Period. We're all deficient in it. Potassium, and then there's certain things like I take for my tummy, like betaine, HCl, I think it's called. I take a daily vitamin, a little collagen in it, but really, like, it's just vibrating at like your highest self. Let's do a mental exercise. Say before we came here, you chose your body. You chose your lessons. You chose your parents. You chose the traumas and the dramas. You chose the things you would grow through as a child. Your, again, lessons. What benefit do you get from living with that mindset? Well, it forces you to find meaning in all the tragedy and all the mess that you've gone through. It forces you to find meaning in who you are, to desire self-discovery, to fully embrace yourself in your skin. It helps you take some accountability for where you're at, which is very important. I had to do that before I ever became financially prosperous in any way. And it also shows you that we are extensions of God. We're not big G gods. We have God within us, and He said that He created us in His image. And say He is experiencing all these things through us. That's pretty amazing. You know, I lost my 14-year-old son to suicide in October, and I have 3 remaining sons. They're all under 5. And I have a wonderful husband. We moved across the country, so we don't really have much family support, but my aunts came to fly out to help, and my brother's a few hours away, and it's us on our own for the most part. And I have had to do so much self-reflection. I have had to cry so much. I have had to try to find meaning in something that is the most agonizing thing you could imagine as a parent, especially as a parent who got pregnant. I got pregnant at 18 and raised Luke all his life. And half of that as a single mom. And we were like this, always. He's my best buddy. My best buddy. My little mini-me. Too much in some ways, because I attempted to take my own life at 14, the same exact age as he did, and I was not successful the way I did it. I planned it all out, unlike him, but I didn't know what kind of medication you needed to take to actually die, and the medication I took, I didn't do what I wanted it to. And now I understand, as a mother of 4, I'm so thankful that God didn't let me die, but it's hard for me to grapple with the fact that my son did die after 5 days on life support. It's hard for me to grapple with the fact that I associated my suicidal ideation with a lot of the trauma of my childhood. Not just from my parents. As a little ginger girl, you get made fun of. You get made fun of. And Luke's dad traumatized me extremely badly when we tried to get married when I was going to have Luke. And he cheated on me in our house. It was a whole mess. But yeah, he traumatized me also. And I've really had a hard fucking time trying to reconcile how the baby I love more than, you can't express how you feel about your child. I'm not going to try. How could he have felt that that was his only option? And it was during an argument with me. It was impulsive. He didn't plan it like I did. He didn't write a note. He had told me multiple times that he was not suicidal. He would not do that to me. And he knew the impact that would have on my life, me raising his brothers, his stepfather's life, everyone. He knew the ripple, and his sister, on his biological dad's side, and everyone. He knew how much everyone loved him. He did it impulsively. And I'm not sure if he knew how quickly what he did could work. It takes 3 to 5 minutes of your brain being deprived of oxygen for you to be completely brain dead. 3 to 5 minutes. That's all it takes. I started this out to say that life gets better. It's better if you struggle when you're young and you grow through it. It's better if you're not the it girl in high school and you grow into your beautiful divine feminine energy. It's better if you don't fit in with this generation and all these Thalianas and all this mess. It doesn't mean you have to be a square. I have tattoos. I have piercings. I am not a square. I like to party sometimes. My husband's not a square. But I love my traditional lifestyle. I love being a mommy. I love raising my sons. I love being married to a good man. I love that my life has been a build-up instead of starting really good and a sweet little squishy foundation and was popular in high school and all the pretty looks and no adversity at all, all that, and then have it all hit me in adulthood. I am thankful that I grew through it and I have grown to embody my highest self, my full self. So I know this video has gone a million different ways, but I said I was going to start posting more, and I just felt a little inspired. I thought I was going to start this and make an Instagram story, but it's gone way beyond that. So I'm going to post it to the YouTube, and we'll see if anybody else has anything to add. Thank you, guys.